Hello. Governments constantly say, "We are working to increase your financial freedom and improve your standard of living." Sounds great, right? But if you look at history and the world around us, things are far from that. Ordinary people keep working hard, but wealth, money, property, assets always flows upward. Today I'm going to show you the hidden games being played, games that have been happening for centuries, in different forms, but with the same result. Let's start with the oldest trick, inflation. In ancient Rome, emperors needed money for military campaigns. They couldn't just raise taxes easily. It would be politically risky. So what did they do? They reduced the silver content of their coins. A coin that used to be nearly pure silver became mostly copper, with just a thin silver layer. People didn't notice right away, but everyone paid the price. Prices went up, savings disappeared, wages couldn't keep up. Think about it. The empire pretended nothing had changed, but in reality they were quietly taxing everyone without calling it a tax. Sound familiar? That's the exact same principle central banks use today, just with modern money instead of Roman coins. Fast forward to the Middle Ages. Governments couldn't print money like today, but they had another trick: forced loans. Kings in England, France, and Spain regularly asked wealthy merchants to lend them money. Refuse? You could be fined, have your property confiscated, or worse. Sometimes the crown promised repayment with interest, but it often came late, in devalued currency, or never at all. The system kept the king's wars and palaces funded while merchants had no choice but to comply. Imagine being a merchant, working hard for your wealth, only to have it taken under the guise of patriotism or duty. That's how coercion disguised itself as virtue. By the 17th century, the financial system itself became the tool. In 1694, Britain created the Bank of England. Wealthy investors bought government bonds, and in return, the crown guaranteed interest payments funded by taxes. Sounds fair? On paper, maybe. But who paid the taxes? Ordinary people, through duties on everyday goods like salt, beer, and cloth. Meanwhile, the wealthy earned guaranteed interest. The system rewarded the top while the majority bore the cost. And guess what? This pattern still exists today. Now let's jump to modern times. Governments borrow constantly. They issue bonds, promise repayment, and say it's for infrastructure, jobs, or social programs. But much of the money goes to defense contractors, corporate subsidies, or bank bailouts. During the 2008 financial crisis, banks made reckless bets, bundled toxic mortgages, and nearly collapsed the global economy. Who paid for it? Ordinary taxpayers. Who profited afterward? The very same banks, bigger and more powerful than before. The trick is simple: privatize gains, socialize losses. And the public is told it's necessary to save the system. Even retirement systems are part of this. People pay in for decades, trusting the government to save their money. But governments often spend it immediately and leave IOUs for the future. When reforms come, benefits are cut, retirement age rises, or the value of payouts decreases. And let's talk about inflation again. Governments love it because it quietly reduces the real value of their debts. For you, it's a hidden tax. Your salary might go up in numbers, but if your costs rise faster, you're losing wealth without realizing it. Tricks also rely on perception. Inflation is called growth. Debt is investment. Bailouts are stability. Pension cuts are reform. Complexity makes it worse. Tax codes, financial instruments, budgets filled with jargon. Most people simply cannot track it. The less you see, the less you can control. The lesson? Knowledge is power. Understanding the system makes you harder to manipulate. Ignorance is the most effective trick of all. So what can you do? Look beyond the headlines. Who really benefits from every stimulus, bailout, or reform? Build real wealth. Assets like gold, real estate, or stocks that can hold value even if money loses it. Don't trust the system blindly. It exists to protect itself, not you. Financial education is key. Learning economic history and financial systems is your shield against manipulation. History repeats itself, with different names and packaging. Rome, kings, modern governments. Same tricks, same outcome. Be aware, be prepared, and protect your wealth. If this video gave you a new perspective, it did its job. History gives the answers. You just need to know where to look. Educate yourself, stay aware, and protect your wealth.